Hello, I'm Semily Sherry of Triple Moon, and I had this urge to make this video this morning with a kind of key message, but I'm not exactly sure what's going to come out as I start speaking, so I'm going to trust that my higher self will just give me the right words. But the key message that I was feeling really pushed to give you today was the absolute importance of having a personal connection and relationship with Gaia, with the earth, with the geographical location in which you live at this time. I think we forget, as spiritual people, we often feel that when we meditate, that's when we go home. And that's just not true. We are home right here where we are. Our bodies in which we're living are made of the same stuff that our Mother Earth is made. We are part of her, and our spiritual development, our journey, our ascension is inextricably linked with hers. And so we need that personal relationship, that personal connection with the location in which we live. And this can happen in many ways. I have a wonderful friend and channel for spirit called Claire Montanaro. And she said once that it was really important to eat food that was grown as close to your home as possible. Now, ideally, that would be grown in your back garden. I mean, I'm not in a position to be able to do that at the moment either, so I understand the difficulties. But there are allotment owners who will happily give or sell their extra produce, perhaps friends of yours who grow their own vegetables. There are companies locally that do veggie boxes. And so what you're doing is you're ingesting the energy of the earth in which you live, and that creates a connection and a personal relationship with that earth. You can, as a woman, offer your menstrual blood to the earth. It doesn't have to be your back garden if you don't have one. Even if you just have potted plants in your home, you can collect the blood, mix it with some water and feed that to your plants. You can very discreetly have it in a bottle or a small flask and pour it on a nearby park or a tree that's special to you near your home. This is one way of having that personal connection and relationship. You can decide to adopt or take care of a particular place where you live. So, for example, we often walk in the park. It's called the Grove in the town where I live here in Wales. And we obviously clear up our dog mess as we go around, but if we see any other rubbish lying around, we will clear that up too. So that's part of our contribution and our honouring of Gaia. But if you can't go out very often, perhaps you've got demands on your time or physically you're not able to get out, there's a way of connecting to the earth and your location which is particularly special to and dear to my heart, because I love story, as you will know, story and legend and folklore. And you can find out about the history and the legend and folklore that surrounds the area where you live. And in that you will find such wisdom about the particular power and energy of your space and place, and how you can work and interact with that to help Gaia and to help humanity come back into harmony, and therefore help the ascension of the planet and of humanity as a race. So there are two particular authors that are brilliant at and very eloquently describing this process and how that works and how you can do it. And that's Martin Shaw. His book, The Branch of the Lightning Tree, is wonderful, as is Sharon Blackie, If Women Were Rose-Rooted. I had a feeling I was saying that wrong then, but no, that's right. If Women Were Rose-Rooted. You can go on Amazon and find both those books. I highly recommend them. I love the idea, and I posted on Facebook about this recently. When you live in a place, even if it's only temporary, even if you're only passing through, when you are based in a place, you become part of the story of that place. And that's what the legend, the folklore, The history of the place will help you see how you fit into the overall picture of the story, how you belong to that space and place, even if you're only there for a short period of time. And that is such a key thing. This connection to Earth, this personal relationship with Earth, gives us that sense of belonging that we so desperately need, that sense of belonging and being rooted and having somewhere to be that is ours, in a sense, that is ours, and that also allows us to belong to Gaia, to belong to Earth. In the way we live at the moment in society, we have lost that sense of community that used to give us that sense of belonging. And this connection to Earth can give you that. It can replace that to a certain extent. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't also get involved with the people in your area. That's valid too. But in this society in which so many people feel lost and ungrounded and just completely adrift, this personal connection to Gaia can help you tremendously. So your spiritual development, and I guess the feeling I've been having this morning is, yeah, our own personal journey of spiritual development, but also our own happiness, our sense of joy can only come if we include this personal connection, this personal relationship with Gaia, in whatever way that feels right to you. And I've offered some small suggestions today. You can read those books and find out. And I think that's all I want to say. So it's for you to explore. It's for you to read more and find out how you can make that happen. And it doesn't matter if you're just passing through. I mean, we have our house up for sale at the moment, so we'll be moving soon. And yet what I'm feeling at the moment is we're getting more adventurous with our walks. So we're using a map and a compass, and we're getting out into the hills and to the hidden places that aren't explored very often. And we're rediscovering stone circles and fallen stones, special sacred places that have been neglected for so long, and just revisiting them, re-honouring them, re-establishing that connection between humanity and Earth, which is key. It's so key to our future together, because we are one and the same. Earth and humanity, we are one organism. Sending you much love and blessings until I speak to you again soon.